On this episode, we're going to be creating a timeless classic. We're going to make the old-fashioned. Let's go! To make an old-fashioned, what you're going to go ahead and need are some 2x2 ice cubes, maraschino cherries, 1 lemon, 1 orange, a sugar cube. You can either use a sugar cube or simple syrup. I prefer to use a sugar cube, that way it doesn't dilute the drink too much. A measuring cup, cocktail stirrer, a muddler, spoons, Angostura bitters, strainer, peeler, a cup, and last but not least, some whiskey. Now you can go ahead and use rye whiskey or you can use bourbon. I personally prefer bourbon on my old-fashioned, and the reason being is because bourbon is a little bit on the sweeter side, whereas whiskey has a little bit more spices to it. First thing we're gonna go ahead and do is that we're gonna go ahead and get our cup. Grab the sugar cube, put it in the cup. We're gonna go ahead and grab some of the Angostura bitters. Now, typically if you have a bottle of Angostura bitters, all you do is get 3 dashes. Now, because this is such a finer whole, we're gonna go ahead and do roughly around 9 dashes. Now we're gonna go ahead and put the dashes right onto the sugar cube. I'm gonna use a muddler. Go ahead and muddle this bad boy out. Try to keep some of that sugar back in there. And then next, I am gonna go ahead and get 2 ounces of the bourbon. Pour it in there. Now we're going to stir this around so we can go ahead and mix in the sugar with the bourbon. So I always love having an old-fashioned. One of the biggest problems that I have with getting an old-fashioned is going to a bar and they either do not have the right ice cubes or that they don't use a sugar cube. Sometimes, like I mentioned, people use simple syrup and it just comes out too watery. And when you're taking an old-fashioned, the first sip is supposed to be a little bit hard because you're basically tasting just the bourbon and a little bit of sugar and the bitters. And over time, the ice is gonna go ahead and dilute and it kind of lightens up the taste, but then you still taste a little bit more of the sweetness to it at the end. Okay, now that it's been mixed, I'm gonna go ahead and get one of the ice cubes. Get this bad boy in there. Stir it some more. I give it roughly around 15 to 20 stirs. I'm sure someone's gonna be counting on this right now and I am not counting, so if I'm over or under, you guys can feel free to call me out on this. Okay. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and get the maraschino cherry out. Place it in the cup. I don't know if anyone else does this. I'm sure everybody does this, and I love doing this because this is my favorite part of making this cocktail. So sweet. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and put the strainer in on top. We're gonna pour. Gonna go ahead and get a lemon, slice a piece of the skin, you're gonna want to give this a little twist to get the oils out, and you're gonna go around the rim. And put this to the side. Gonna go ahead and peel this orange. Gonna go ahead and do the same, give it a twist, rub it around the rim, and then we're gonna go ahead and grab one more ice cube. Don't mind my hands, they're clean, I promise. Put it in, put the 2 peels, and there you have it. We have the classic old-fashioned. Cheers, everybody. Really quick, first thing that I can smell right now is the oils from both orange and lemon. It's gonna go ahead and help with the taste. And now the first sip. Oh, man, so good. You get that hit right of the bourbon, and over time, the ice is gonna go ahead and dilute, and it's gonna be a little bit sweeter, little by little. Thank you for watching my video. Please, if you like what you're watching, don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications so you can watch my next videos. Next week, I'm gonna go ahead and make a pisco sour, and then we're gonna go ahead and figure out what we're gonna make next. But thank you guys so much. Take care.